Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. This layout is for Scraplift Crafternoon, where a group of us on YouTube choose a creator and scraplift them and hopefully send some of our followers and viewers to that person's either YouTube channel or Instagram account. And today we are scraplifting this layout by Leilani Scraps. And her information, as long as a playlist for all the members of the Scraplift Crafternoon group who are playing along, all that will be in the description box below. This is what I believe is the last page of my photos from a year ago at the GA Aquarium. And I wasn't even sure I was going to scrapbook these two pictures, but I couldn't not include them. They're not the best photographs, but they do give a really great sense of the feeling of walking in this glass tunnel and along these huge glass walls, and watching the water and the sea life in them. And so I just decided, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. The background paper I have had in my stash for a really long time, and even though it's not the same blue as what's in the photos, I decided it's water, I'm going to use it. I've been looking for a use for this paper for years, and this is it. And while the person we are lifting, Leilani, has a grid of 9 circles, I am changing that up. I am only using the 5 circles that create the left side and the bottom. I'm putting 2 large photos in the middle. I'm going to add some stickers and whatnot and a little bit of journaling to each of the circles. I decided I wanted the one photo bumped up quite a bit, so I used some scrap white cardstock. This is, it's a cheap white cardstock, but it is acid free. So I don't really like scrapbooking with it because it doesn't have a very nice surface, but it works just fine for this sort of thing. So I add 2, I might have even later added 1 more behind there, I'm not positive. But I wanted that one to be bumped up. And if you see me stop or I'm using my hands, I am on a Zoom call with a scrapbooking friend, and we're both chatting while we work on a layout. So that's kind of what's going on behind the scenes. And I went through my bin of black and white ephemera. I have color bins, and one is for black and white. And I pulled out some various things. I also went to my blue bin, and I pulled a few things, but I only ended up using one of them. And it doesn't really go, but it's on the page and it's stuck down, so it's staying. But I add some cameras and that title photo op, which I believe is from a Vicky Booten sticker page. I add this little definition card. It says sublime, and the definition it has is of such excellence, grandeur, or beauty as to inspire great admiration or awe. And that fit the mood of this day perfectly. And I had this from, I believe it was from a swap, or it might have even been left over from a swap I created. I'm not positive. I thought of using the blue circle that you see there on the left, but in person, it just doesn't look like the right blue. And I do put a camera in that bottom circle, and then I use another camera there, but I end up removing them both, and I put my journaling there, which I didn't even finish my journaling on camera, but you will, I think, see it in the still shots. And I added, you can see there above the photos and a little bit below, I added some rub-ons. These were black and white ones from Simple Stories. I don't know the name of them, but I needed something else around the photos, and that's what I ended up with, and I really like them. I did add a couple word phrase stickers. One says, I love this. The other one says top 10. And there is a little white sticker on the photo that just has 3 hearts. Let's see. Oh, this is the one that says top 10, and that's where I tuck it right there. I also added a little label, and I thought I had written something on it. I created this about 2 weeks ago. I thought I had written something on that label, but I did not. So here I'm using my T-square ruler. I have taken the camera off of there, and you can't see it now, but each of the white circles has like a dashed line cut into it with the die. Stitched circles, maybe it's called, or something. I don't know. But I did some journaling, and then I got off track, and I started looking for enamel dots. And I pulled blue, black, and clear. And I don't know why I felt the need to add all 3 of those colors, but I did. And I do really like them. The only thing I'm not thrilled with is the cool sticker in the bottom the bottom right circle. It just doesn't really seem to fit. But again, if I try to take it off, it's going to tear the paper underneath, I think. I don't know. So I'll decide. It might stay, it might not. But overall, I really like the layout. I hope you can see the inspiration from Leilani's piece in mine, even though mine is vastly different. Different color scheme, different topic, totally different layout, but I still used her idea of the layered circles, and I'm really happy with this. I think this is a great way to end my series of pages from the aquarium, and I'm just really grateful that we had that opportunity. The picture on the left, I don't know if you can see it on screen, but there are 2 sharks swimming right there, and I'm pretty happy with that picture. I know the color isn't great, but overall, I love that photograph, so that was great. And I have a nice picture of Dan and Emily together looking through the glass. So be sure to check out the box below so that you can visit the channels of all the other people who are participating in Scraplift Crafternoon. Tara O'Rourke, who is the paper snob here on YouTube, organizes this each week, and I think there are 11 of us in the group now. We don't all participate every week, but there's a lot of great ideas, great variety. It's so fun to see how so many of us start with the same inspiration piece and go in so many different directions with it. Thank you, Leilani, for allowing us to scraplift you and for sharing your creativity with us. Be sure to go check out her channel as well. If you're new to my channel, I'm really glad that you're here. I hope you like the video. I would love it if you would subscribe. If you have some questions or comments, please put those in the box below as well. I do try my best to reply to all of my comments. Sometimes I'm sure 1 or 2 gets by, but I really do try to respond to everything. I'm grateful you're here. Here are the still shots. And I hope you get to scrapbook something of your own very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.